I'm here in beautiful Barrington, Illinois, with my friend John at Scratched Vinyl Records. He's a DJ at the local radio station at Harper College, and he's got a fantastic vinyl shop. And he's pretty much, he could tell you exactly in the store where anything is. It's pretty astounding. So I was really curious how you got started. Not only in listening to vinyl, but what made you want to start your own shop?
Uh, it's like passing the talking stick.
Yeah.
Um, well, my story is I've been collecting records. I've been listening to music, since I was 5 years old. And I love vinyl, but I love music more. The format wasn't so important. This is Rainbow Records. I point up here to the sky, to the heavens, because right above us is actually the sign from Rainbow Records. And I bought the store about 6.5 years ago. And I was a customer of John, who ran Rainbow Records for 21 years. And I was a customer of a lot of record stores, but this is the one in my hometown, Barrington. And I went in one day, and he had signs up that he was selling, and we talked about it. And I brought it home to my wife, and I said, John's selling the store. I wonder if it's like anything within our reach. And my wife said, well, it'll probably be cheaper for you to buy a store. It's the only way we'll control your addiction to buying music. And that's exactly what we did. We bought the store. I don't know that it controlled my addiction, but it keeps it in some sort of reign.
You'll have to bear with the one microphone situation. This is Guerrilla Radio. And then what got you started in DJing? What's your history with that?
That's something actually that I've always wanted to do. Because I've, since cassettes came out, which is before you were born 200 years ago, I would make mixtapes, and I would make them for my friends, and most of them didn't care, didn't like my taste in music, but it was still something that just like attracted me, and I realized that that could be, a way of doing radio. And then when I was in high school, there was a radio station. I can't remember what their call letters were. They're not around anymore, so we're not giving anybody a commercial shout out. But they had a magazine. They were called Triad Radio. People my age will remember, at least from this area. And it was true 1970s free-form radio where the DJs were very hip and they talked very quiet and slow. And the thing that appealed to me, and I would listen to this, was only on in the evenings. I remember that. I would go up into my high school room, and I would listen, and they would play anything, literally anything. I would hear Miles Davis next to the Tubes, next to Steve Hillage, next to Rush. I mean, it was just complete free-form, boundaryless music. And that's what informed me as a listener, and that's how I do my radio shows. I completely cop that idea that there is a theme that goes through it, but it's not the obvious theme, It's something less tangible and blatant that holds this music together. And that's how I play my music. That's how I like to listen to my music. And some people like that. I wouldn't say that everybody, digs what I do, but that's, I don't really do it for anybody else. It's my therapy is how I refer to it.
And how can people tune in to you?
Oh. It's WHCM, which is Harper Radio. I think it's WHCM.org. I should know, but if you just go to WHCM in Palatine, Illinois, it streams. And then on theshortmansroom.com, theshortmansroom.com is my website. I archive my shows, and they're now 90-minute shows. I broadcast live once a week on Fridays at 10 in the morning, and then they replay my show during the week at midnight too.
Okay. All right, he's got a really. What's that?
My foot's in the way.
Oh no, you're good.
Long legs.
Sure. Yeah, he's 6'4".
I did want to ask you though.
Yeah.
Where's the chicken? You promised. Weren't we going to do with the hot sauce?
Oh yeah, no, that's not my show.
My
Same format.
Sorry.
But I do want to point out one of the things that caught my eye when I came in the store is he's got some real nice hi-fi equipment, which you don't always see in these record shops. I noticed these Thiel speakers as I walked in, and LS50 Kef speakers over in the corner there. So the sound was actually the thing that really caught my attention when I first walked in. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about when you got those Thiel speakers.
Well, really not. I mean, I guess I can tell you where I got them. I got them from Audio Consultants back when that was a business. They're not around any longer. And they're actually demos, these Teals. The Kefs I got online, but I knew Kefs, and I knew this particular one. I actually have a set of these down in my other life. I have an office downtown, and I don't go there too often, but when I do, I have excellent sound. Hardware, I don't really know, but I wanted to make sure that this was an inviting place to come by, a listening room as much as a retail store. And I always remember pretty good sound in the stores when I was growing up, so I thought I had to emulate that, or at least start with that.
Well, I think you did a good job emulating that. I'm just gonna pan around the room so you can see this store for yourself, and then of course stop on by and buy some stuff. I'm not sponsored.
And I'll bring the shipping.
Right.
Just give me some advance notice.
Exactly. All right. So here we got our great. All sorts of fun stuff on the walls.